I'd like to welcome everyone to the Emmaus Borough Council meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, at this time we'll have personal appeals part 1. If you have a personal appeal, please sign in and state your name and what your appeal is. You have 5 minutes.
Good evening, Council. Michael Gibson, 230 Ridge Street. That's my lovely assistant, Cindy Gibson, 230 Ridge Street.
Get a little closer.
Is that better?
Yeah, please. If you can't hear yourself, we can.
I'm here this evening to again urge you to appeal the Zoning Hearing Board variance approval of February 25th, 2026 for 215 and 217 Ridge Street. When I appeared at the April 6th council meeting, I outlined a variety of valid reasons for appeal included in the packet. Since then, the Zoning Hearing Board has rendered their written decision, and I've added some additional items to that list. I understand this is a complicated and sensitive position for council. You have to juggle the costs associated with an appeal versus the good it may bear. Having spent 3.5 volunteer years on the Saldo and Zoning Task Force, no one appreciates that more than me. That is why I'm passionate about holding both the Zoning Hearing Board and all parties accountable to both the zoning and Saldo ordinances, as should you. The task force efforts were to create new ordinances that would address the numerous variances and waivers being granted under the former codes, while also allowing for a variety of uses. We don't need to revise the codes. We need to enforce those. We hold those that enforce them accountable. In the April 9th, 2026 Zoning Hearing Board decision, you will plainly see, and that's also in your packet, you'll plainly see they blame council for creating the hardship for developers, thus the need for variances. They're marked out in items number 10, number 21, and 22. This is neither the intent nor the structure of the ordinances. The decisions from the Zoning Hearing Board stay with that property forever and should not be taken so lightly. For a different property, the Zoning Hearing Board gave relief that directly caused a traffic safety issue and reduced on-street parking. When they render questionable and sometimes wrong decisions, do we want to live with those consequences forever? This matter revolves around 8 off-street parking spaces. Now imagine the Zoning Hearing Board provides a variance for a commercial property that needs 30 under the current ordinances of off-street parking. Will you appeal that decision, or are we going to let them have that variance as well? You, council, are our mechanism for holding the Zoning Hearing Board accountable to the ordinances that are in place. This matter is as much about the limited parking as it is about the reinforcing the codes and not giving relief where none is warranted. If you don't, then who does? I've heard that there's concern about the cost of an appeal, and I ask you, what good are ordinances and mechanisms for challenging the Zoning Hearing Board decisions if you're not going to fund that very mechanism? In the years we lived in Emmaus, I've seen money spent for decorative sidewalks, murals, trees, park improvements, staff gyms, and more, but nothing for council to appeal bad Zoning Hearing Board decisions. Can any of you actually tell us the last time a Zoning Hearing Board decision was appealed? Yeah, I thought not. By allowing poor hearing board decisions, you also hold Planning Commission to those decisions when reviewing applicants' projects with absolutely no recourse. These can complicate the Planning Commission's ability to address other project matters that relate to that decision. You are our mechanism to correct these errors, and we, the taxpayers on Ridge Street and throughout the borough, deserve your attention on this matter. This is not our burden to enforce the ordinances. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other public appeals? just please sign in.
Good evening, members of council. Can you hear me okay? Okay, thank you. My name is Kyle Kelly. I'm a property owner and resident of Ridge Street. I am here tonight to second the request and show my support for the borough to take up an appeal on the zoning hearing board February decision to grant a parking variance to 215 and 217 Ridge Street. I attended that hearing and spoke about the parking conditions on our block. I did my homework before that meeting. I met with staff here at Town Hall. I asked questions, I reviewed our block. I counted the number of homes, vehicles, measured legal parking areas, and documented reoccurring illegal parking due to the overcrowded street. I came prepared to share my experience and explain why this variance should not be granted. Much of my gathering I considered anecdotal and assumed the board would already have a roundabout idea of these conditions as part of their purview. Frankly, I did not think I would need to share most of my materials because I assumed the basic legal problem was already obvious. The hardship was created by the applicant's chosen project. It was a hardship created by his desire for financial gain, and I assumed that alone would be enough to deny the variance. Or at a minimum, I assumed the applicant would need to show real effort to comply with the ordinance or to secure parking elsewhere before asking to be excused from the requirements entirely. That did not happen. Instead, what I saw was a hearing that focused far more on the details surrounding the project than on the legal standards for granting the variance. I went to a hearing about parking, but I heard questions about apartment layout, rent costs, hypothetical single mother tenants with children, and even the number of toilets in each unit. I heard more discussion about the applicant's plans than about whether the applicant had actually met the burden required for the variance. The applicant presented very little to justify full relief. He presented a few photos of the property, a Google image of an empty street during work hours, and a general claim that there was not a parking issue on this block, so the code need not apply. Meanwhile, residents and myself showed with simple math and basic observations that the block is already beyond capacity before adding additional units. When pressed by the community, not the board itself, the applicant admitted he had not meaningfully explored alternatives to comply with the code. Even more troubling, the borough now appears to be supplying reason that the applicant himself had not established. And in its written decision, the board states that, quote, the hardship was created by the borough, adopting the new ordinance that encouraged conversions of single-family homes in districts that have no available parking, end quote. I disagree with this completely. The borough did not get it wrong when they adopted standards. The council did not get it wrong when they passed rules meant to guide growth and protect neighborhoods. The failure here was that the borough failed to apply those standards in a disciplined and lawful way. If this decision stands, it tells future applicants that they can create their own hardship, lean on the borough's adoption of codes as hardship in itself, make little to no effort to comply with those rules, and still receive a full variance. The borough should not leave private citizens to carry the burden of defending the borough's own ordinance. If the borough believes in the rules it enacted, then it should defend them. If the borough wants those rules changed, then it should happen openly, legislatively, and equally for everyone, not through one-off variances. I respectfully ask the borough to pursue this appeal, protect the integrity of the ordinance, and make it clear the zoning standards in Emmaus mean something, and that they can't be waived because a small group chooses to interpret the code's purpose incorrectly or not to enforce them at all. Thank you. Happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Are there any questions for Kyle?
What's your street address?
229 Ridge.
229 Ridge, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I do have a question as well.
Yes.
You said you were at the hearing, that's correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and you obtained standing while there? Did you enter your appearance?
I
you
did,
entered it
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Oh,
I
sure.
can address this at our.
Into the microphone, please.
Thank you. I can address this situation in our committee meeting minutes that are coming up later, if you like.
I think that's a discussion for the solicitor.
If this is a potential litigation matter, it would be more appropriate for executive session.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Any other personal appeals? Sure. Just please sign in and then state your name and where you're from. And just pull the microphone down a little.
I don't have prepared statements as they do.
Can you
I
just please state your name and your
yes,
your
I'm
address?
sorry. My name is Kathy Norton. I live at 120 North 4th Street. And I was at a special zoning meeting that was held for 104 North 4th Street, where the landlord wants to add an apartment to the first floor and create something where a business once was held years past. And my concern, just as these people on Ridge Street, is for parking. I know that he is grandfathered in. I was told that by the people that were at the hearing. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. And I understand that. But if you drive down the street, there is no additional parking for 2, 4, or 6 cars. Renters, you have no control over how many cars homes have anymore. What I said at that meeting is that this town started with horses. Then you went to 1 car. Now you have residents that have 2, 3, or more cars. And when you keep approving single-family homes that are supposed to hold 1 family in each, now you have 4 families. You have multiple cars in places where there is just no room to park. The alleys are parked full. I was told by zoning that they needed to have parking off-street within 500 feet from the residence. That is not correct. If he's grandfathered in, I asked where this parking was, and I did not get an answer on that. So I'm assuming we're going by the statement that they were grandfathered in. But like I said, if you drive down the streets, 5th Street, the homes here in town are starting to look like downtown Allentown with all of the additional cars that are parked, all of the additional tenants. You're putting people into neighborhoods that weren't built for this many people to be on top of each other. And it's, what once was a quaint little town, I don't know that we're going to still have that same outcome if you keep approving this. You drive through the borough, look at these homes. I mean, this doesn't look like the Emmaus that I grew up in. I've lived here my whole life. And I have emailed you, and I told you my thoughts on this, so you have that information. I was also at that meeting, and I'm sure you can play back the tapes to hear what was discussed there. I was the only one that went because everybody on my block is a rental property. I mean, there was really nobody to come with me and back me to come to you about this. But, these people are now facing the same thing on Ridge Street, and if you drive down Ridge Street, you will see how parked full that is. And I don't understand how you passed a variance that would just keep approving this here in town. I told them I didn't know anything about, this, and then I was told, well, it was very hard to follow, it was very complicated to follow. But if the people in the borough don't know that this is going on, how can they speak out against this? It's too late for my block. I mean, these were approved as rentals over the years, but you can't keep doing it. I'm not really sure what more that I can add to support you, but just drive down the streets and take a look. There are people with motorcycles parked on porches. There is junk all over the yards. When you see what these places are starting to look like, they're not well-kept, cute family homes like they once were. So I just want you to really think about this ordinance that you passed, because I'm sure there are a lot more people than the few of us that are sitting here that would probably have something to say if they know all of this is going on. I understand that people want to have rental properties and there are things that you want to do to improve the town, but you have to stop and think about the outcome of what it's starting to look like. So thank you for listening. I just wanted to add that.
Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Hello, Council. My name
I'm-
is Anne Marie Seidel.
Anne Marie.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Anne Marie Seidel. I live at 230 Ridge Street, or 232 Mike's at 2:30. My point of view is more of that as the safety and well-being of the neighborhood. I've lived there for almost 50 years, raised our kids. When we moved there, we were the young ones having babies and kids running around. It was pretty safe. Now we're the older ones on the neighborhood, watching all the people come in and having babies. In our half of the block, there are 10 little ones under the age of 10. Lots of cars, lots of things going on. People don't stop at the stop signs. I'm sure you've heard it all before. Up at 3rd and Ridge, people don't stop. They barely tap the brakes and keep going. Lots of motorcycles. Now with apartments and some of the tenants that we have across from me, we have people double parking, blasting music. They're double parking next to a parking spot. You know, they're not paying attention to the safety and the health of the neighborhood. You know, what's going on down the street, I can only imagine what is going to happen with 4 more apartments. Ours are already up there by us. They've been there since before we moved in. No problems. But like I say, as far as the future safety and health of the neighborhood and the residents, please, no more apartments. Thank you.
Thank you. Anne Marie, did you sign in?
Oh, sure.
Are there any other personal appeals here? Do you want to unmute our virtual guests? See if we have any online appeals? All right. Our online guests, if you're being unmuted now, if you have a personal appeal, just please speak up and state your name and where you're from. Good. All right, hearing none, there's no personal appeals from Zoom. That brings us to community minute. Does anyone have a community minute to bring forward?
President, I
Madam
do.
Mayor?
Thank you. Just a reminder, this Saturday is Drug Take Back Day. No lotions, creams, needles at the police department from 10 to 2. And also we have our first ever Fish with a Cop at Furnace Dan from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So come on out and go fishing. Progress.
Isn't our Earth Day event this Saturday? I think it is.
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe our Earth Day event is this Saturday also.
At Community Park.
Community Park usually starts at 8 or 9. 8, and then they send them out at 9, I believe.
I don't recall seeing that.
I saw it in the East Bend Press, but anyhow.
Okay.
I just wanted to thank Madam Mayor, Mr. Pepe, and myself. We was at the ambulance and fire banquet the other evening. It was a nice event for honoring our employees who in the sector, you know, our safety sector. So it was great to see them. The chiefs put on a really nice event for them, and well deserved of the men and women who are in uniform for us.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. That leads us to special presentation. I'd like to invite Cindy Horniman up. I don't know what her current title is, but you don't have a title now?
Who knows? I have it. She's,
Oh, you took it over.
I'm Cindy Horniman with the Emmaus Rotary Club, and this is Nellie Cabiro, who is our current Emmaus Rotary president through June 30th of 2026. And I am so excited, June 6th, our Emmaus Rotary Summer Festival to support the East Penn feeding program. We now have our lineup, 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Starting at 10, we will have Cumulus Radio in person playing and interviewing us. Starting at noon, we have Tavern Tan, which is a local blues and kind of Celtic related band. And then it gets better. Starting in the afternoon, 2:30 to 4, we have Luke Bryan Tribute Band, who is known from Dancing with the Stars. And our main event will be Foreign Journey, the Foreigner Journey. Our research has showed that they bring in a couple thousand people. And with Related to Thousand, we have now distributed over 25,000 bags of food to our community each week. The food is costing around 30 grand a year, so we really need to raise money. And what we'll want to do, Shane, is set up a day to meet with the police and everything about our layout. But all you here have an assignment. It is not to rain that day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to spend money.
That too.
We still are looking, this year's been a real challenge, looking for sponsors. A lot of the big companies, it's just been a challenge because of all the programs, and we're really working on it. You will see a lot of, WDIY is doing like 30 or 40 radio announcements. Cumulus has been doing it. We'll probably be on TV and all that type of thing, as well as billboards, so we're doing that. Any questions? Excited?
No, thank you for doing this because it's essentially becoming our community day that we used to have, correct, Shane?
Well, I mean, that's definitely
So we appreciate it. And
that's
the
definitely
fact
the type of turnout we hope for you.
we
Well, I
know how
think- I
much
think
time it
it's
takes
going
to put
be-
into this.
Yeah, it takes a couple years to get stuff like this going and known, but people are now talking about it when we go out. So, any questions? You know where to find us.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Cindy, I'm good to take the flyer and start posting it on our social
Okay,
media pages.
good. Yeah, I sent you the flyers, and we're going to be doing them regularly with all the band groups are also going to be posting them, and we're starting with Cumulus like next week. So.
A lot of council members are on Facebook, and if we see a post from you, we're more than willing to share. So
I
So-
know all your names. That's a good one. Okay.
You can friend me. I'm there.
Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, that leads to the reading of the council meeting minutes. Would somebody like to approve the April 6th, 2026 council meeting minutes? Councilman Anders, seconded by Councilwoman Brem. Any additions or corrections? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? I believe I heard.
Yeah.
I'm not, is he still muted? I'm going to assume it's 6 ayes.
I was an aye, Mr. President.
Thank you, thank you. Were you muted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And because we've had recent
No, I know.
infiltrations on meetings, we have to keep it so they can't unmute themselves.
We had a recent committee meeting when we kind of got bombed with not good things, so
Again,
we're being cautious.
We thought that was over, but it's still happening sometimes.
We have no decisions on bids. On our communications, we received a letter from the Emmaus Veterans Committee Memorial Day event, for the Emmaus Memorial Day event. May 25th, Memorial Day, they're terminating the parade, but in lieu of the parade, they're going to be having a musical variety of music at 9:30 and then followed by the formal ceremony at 10 o'clock at the Memorial Triangle. If there's inclement weather, they'll have the honor guard playing respect. They'll be paying respect to our fallen comrades by reading the names of the deceased veterans of the past year. And finally, on Sunday, the 24th, the honor guard is going to visit 6 of the cemeteries, starting at Calvary Cemetery at 8 o'clock, and then Old Moravian, Lutheran Reformed, Northwood, and ending with the Evangelical. At each cemetery, there's going to be a prayer, a rifle salute, followed by playing of taps. So that is our Memorial Day weekend. We also received a Dustin Grimm request for reappointment to the General Authority, and that's a term ending January 1st. I believe this was discussed in committee.
No, I don't think so.
Not
but
this
it
one,
is. It is.
but it's a reappointment.
Yeah, it's a reappointment.
So would somebody like to make a motion to approve that
So moved.
reappointment? Councilwoman Watt, second by Councilwoman Brem. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
There are 6 ayes. Does anybody else have a letter of communication to bring forward? All right, hearing none. There's no borough engineers report, solicitors report.
No report progress.
Thank you. We have no unfinished business part 1, no new business, no unfinished business part 2. Does anybody have anything to bring forward not on the agenda? All right, Madam Mayor's report.
Thank you. Just one thing. I want to congratulate Detective Gill. This is his last week of work. He is starting his retirement Friday. I want to thank him for his service, not only to our residents, but to the county as well. And he's going to be missed. He is one of those guys that you'd like to have in your department every day, forever. Forever. So he's a really good guy, easy to work with. He'll do anything, and he's just a really good friend. More than an employee, he was a great friend. So I want to congratulate him on his retirement and wish him well. Not sure how his wife's going to take him being home, but I'll think of her. So congratulations, Tim. Progress.
Thank you. Public Works Committee, Chairman Balliet.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. We met on April 13th. We had a brief meeting. Those notes are attached. Our next meeting will be Monday, May 11th at 4:45. And with that, I'll report progress.
Thank you. And 27 minutes into the meeting, I'd like to make a note that our president is not here this evening. I forgot to mention that.
That's okay. We're
All right,
good.
thank you for the minutes. Health, Sanitation, and Codes Committee, Chairman Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nothing for official action for tonight, and tomorrow at April 21st at 4:45 here at Borough Hall, we're going to have our Health, Sanitation, and Codes Committee. But I do want to address real quick, with no litigation and no wording, no decision making on this litigation of 215, 217 Ridge Street. I did speak with Mr. Spangenberg. I did speak with Mr. Gibson, just to have communication, get both sides as zoning hearing chairman. And then just kind of reviewing, I have all the notes from the zoning hearing board. I do want to also just remind everybody, as we did pass a zoning ordinance, and I think, Kathy, you shared this with us, that you know, some of the density, the higher the density, the more people in that small area. I get it. I understand. So this zoning ordinance does focus on higher density. Something I personally don't like, as for me personally, I don't like, but it passed, the zoning ordinance passed. But with that said, in the past, the old zoning ordinance was also high density where you reside at. So that in the past, it also was high density. So I do understand. I hear and listening to all the concerns, and so tomorrow I welcome either Mr. Gibson, or you can appoint Mr. Gibson or anybody else to. Why? All right. How about Cindy? She's upper management. We know that. So, but you're more than welcome to come to the committee, discuss this more, and then I think maybe by May 4th, which is our next council meeting, we'll have a final decision for you. How is that available?
Just so everybody's aware, the zoning decision was issued on April 9th. The date of mailing was April 10th. The rule is there's 30 days to appeal, so there will be one more council meeting prior to any decision being made. Because the date, if I remember correctly, will run May 10th.
May 10th.
Which is on a Sunday, which therefore means our actual appeal date is that first Monday. That would be Monday the 11th.
So there is a lot to discuss. If you would like to continue to share tomorrow. Yeah, 4:45, if you're available. If not, we'll have it on Zoom. So if folks aren't available. But I know that everyone came here tonight for this. So I wanted to address it at least and give you the common courtesy to say, and the respect that we are working it. I'm working on it personally. As I'm sitting here, I was ready to do more decision making tonight, but that's not going to happen. But I do have all my notes and everything else to consider as well. So we are working on this. The zoning ordinance, like I said, when we passed it, it's very fluid, right? There was some of those things in there that's things like this this issue is going to pop up that we're going to need to correct and correct fast. So I want to also let everyone know, council members and the residents, that we do have an ongoing list of zoning ordinance issues that need to be reviewed and kind of relooked at. So maybe items like this pop up that can be addressed a little bit more cleaner and more effective. But again, when issues arise like this and people are objected to certain issues, I would encourage that it doesn't mean that just because you object to something that we can't, ideas can't come about for change. So just because there's an objection to this, I think Mr. Ladenburg, you and I were speaking, I think today, and somebody brought up in an email about maybe the parking ticks to control some of that parking. So things like that come about, which is a good thing.
So
the
mark the
little white-
parking spots so the parking's more efficient. You don't have a 3/4 parking space that's not taken because nobody can park there.
Right.
No, but it makes it more efficient.
Yeah. So there's things like, well, anyway, there's just things like that or ideas that can come across. So, but anyway, thank you all for coming tonight. And again, tomorrow we'll continue to work on this, and and then on May 4th we'll have a final decision. I hope everybody is okay with that. Again, I apologize for that. But Mr. Chairman, thank you for the time for addressing this issue and progress.
Thank you. Parks Recreation Committee Chairman Anders.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Vice President. For this evening, we have one item for official action, and that is to reappoint Alan Silvestra to the Recreation and Entertainment Commission for a 3-year term expiring 5/1/2029. As many of you know, Mr. Silvestra served many years on the commission and actually led the commission as the chairperson. So we would definitely welcome him back. He has also already done his background check, which is in. So I'd like to make that motion.
Motion by Councilman Anders. Is there a second? Second. Councilwoman Brem. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? There are 6 ayes.
We did have our meeting on April 17th. Our meeting minutes are posted there. One thing I did want to mention there was that, we're continuing progress on Lions Playground, which will be done later this, probably by the fall. We should have the new equipment up and the an indoor bathroom there for the use by the public, and of course the baseball field will be completed. So we're making progress there, and looking forward to seeing a brand new park for the community. With that, I'll report progress. Actually, our next meeting, is Thursday, May 21st at 4:45. Now I'll report progress.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee Chairwoman Watt.
Our last meeting was canceled because I was dealing with a death in the family, but our next meeting will be May 13th at 9 a.m. Progress.
Thank you. General Administration, we did not meet because Shane was meeting with the EPA about our PFAS building, and from what I understand, it went fairly well. So our next meeting is May 6th at 9 a.m. By Zoom. Progress. Budget and Finance Committee. Chairman is not here. I'll take it over. We have the bill list to approve. Resolution 2026-18 bill list, $1,291,097.17. Payroll number 8, $206,930.31. Payroll taxes, $65,749.24 for a total of $563,776.72. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-18? Councilwoman Watt, seconded by Councilwoman Brem. Any questions on the bill? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? There are 6 ayes. There is a list of significant revenue and expenses for the first half of April. And the next meeting is also May 6th, and that would be at 11 a.m. Are we meeting in person? I believe we are that time.
I believe so.
So it will be on Zoom, but we are meeting in person also. Community Relations Planning and Development Committee, Chairwoman Brem.
Thank you. We met on April 15th. Our meeting notes are not attached. I didn't just realize that. But our next meeting is Wednesday, May 20th at 4:45.
Progress?
Progress.
Thank you. No board and commission reports. Personal appeals part 2. If anyone has another appeal, please approach the podium. Hearing none, do we want to check online?
Sure.
All right, we'll unmute our online guests. If anyone has a personal appeal, please speak up by stating your name. Hearing none, we will move on to the Borough Manager's report.
So there are several things to report. First, we hired Dr. Scott Ringel as a part-time paramedic. He is a resident at LVHN, specializing in pre-hospital medicine, and wants to work with us and be part of our team under the guise of Dr. Williams, who is our medical director. So that's actually a great thing for our staff and a great thing for our community that we have someone with that specialty and that skill set to want to be part of the team. So we're excited to announce that. We also have hired Allison Fontaine as a lifeguard. So we are now fully set, which it's nice to be able to say that in April, with lifeguards. Normally that is, we're still scrambling on Memorial Day for that, so we're very excited. The last thing I have for you is right before I came up, I received a letter of resignation from full-time public works employee Jermaine Hussett, effective immediately. Jermaine is actually away on military assignment for the next month, but he'll be using his time that he has left during that time, and will be resigned.
Thank you.
Mr. President, just if I could for Shane.
Yeah.
Shane, would you mind just giving the public a little quick overview of the America 250? I know it's coming together, and just a quick reminder of the dates and all the fabulous stuff coming.
Yeah. So a quick plug, please feel free to follow the America 250 Emmaus Facebook page. Working on, I guess, coming into the new century of Instagram, right? I was told that I'm getting old if I don't have Instagram. So we're working on that. We have a great lineup the weekend of July 24th through 26th. It starts on Friday 24th in the downtown at the Triangle with an opening ceremony that will really focus around our Veterans Committee as well as our Scout troops. Opening night concert. Main Street Cruisers. Saturday will be a street fair in the downtown. We'll be shutting the downtown down, having a street fair and festival with concerts. Headlining the Heritage Festival is also going to occur in the downtown, as well as tours of our historical homes and reenactments up at the Shelter House. So there's all sorts of really cool things going on Saturday, capped off with the evening closing at the Mace High School football field. The M80 Party Band will be headlining at 7 o'clock with a drone show and laser light show that evening. On Sunday, the celebration will move to Community Park. While in the downtown, we'll still have our typical farmers market. The rest of the America 250 celebration will be at Community Park. The headlined band for the evening at 6 o'clock will be the Mahoney Brothers, which again is another very large band. There will be vendors. We're working on kind of a carnival thing that we can't really talk about yet because it's not finalized. A petting zoo. We have a car cruise on Saturday. We had
Prayer ceremony in the morning.
Yeah, we have a community worship event Sunday morning at the park. All of our local nonprofits are working together on this, which is very exciting. And several businesses are part of it. We have several sponsors. We have all sorts of fun things. Our solicitor is confused because he doesn't realize how much money he's going to be donating towards it.
Wait, how much is the petting zoo?
$7,000, sir. We'll send you an invoice.
There's also free transportation to the historical sites. We're going to have 3 buses rotating around town to take everybody. It'll also be a nice cool off kind of station. If it's hot that day, you'll be able to get in the bus, go to the 1803 house, the shelter house, the Canals Homestead, the cemetery.
We have a lot of partners, a lot of moving parts. Like I said, I would encourage people to check out our America 250 Facebook page for now. That'll start pointing you to the America 250 website that is being finished up, and other places. So very excited. The event's coming along. We've been planning for about a year now, and we're almost there. So
Thank you, Mr. Pepe.
you're welcome.
All right, under President's business, I have nothing. We will be having an brief executive session with no action to be taken?
No.
No action to be taken. So we'll be adjourning when we come out of executive session. So I'd like to ask that the council chambers be vacated. 6:42.
Thank you all for coming out this evening.
We are reconvening at 7:26. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Oh, now you raise your hand.
Yeah.
Councilman Brown, is there a second? Councilwoman Brem. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
She's still on mute. He raised it.
He's raised
Chad,
his hand.
raising your hand does not count.
Yes,
We've had
it
this
does.
discussion. I have.
Hold on.
How can he?
Emojis are not valid.
How can
Aye.
he raise his hand when it's a still
said-
picture?
He said aye.
All right, there's 6 ayes. Meeting adjourned at 7:27.
Chad, we're not yelling at you. I'm yelling at Nate.
Oh.
I keep telling you, emojis.
Those
don't count.
opposed,
Nay.
4 ayes and 2 noes. Meeting adjourned at 7:27.
You tried.